World War II. The bombs dropped on the cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki completely destroyed everything within roughly a 1-mile radius and caused huge fires for several more. Since then, we've only made the weapons bigger and more powerful. US submarines currently carry warheads more than 20 times as powerful as those dropped on Japan. These weapons would completely destroy everything within a 3-mile radius and cause serious damage for up to 10 miles from the center of the blast. But these are next to nothing compared to the most powerful bomb ever tested, the Soviet Tsar Bomba. Containing the power equivalent to 50 megatons of TNT, this single weapon would destroy everything within a 30-mile radius, and the effects of the shockwave could be felt almost 200 miles away. While the size of these explosions vary depending on the size of the weapon, the results for those at ground zero are largely the same. The energy released by the fissile nuclear material going critical is so immense, there's almost nothing that could survive the direct blast. The gamma radiation released is powerful enough to destroy your body at the cellular level. The thermal energy released would set your whole body on fire and instantly boil away all of the liquid in your body. Your flesh would be stripped away by the blast until just your skeleton remained, which would also be destroyed by shockwaves. The only good news is that it all happens fast enough that you would have no idea what was going on. Nuclear war continues to be a very real threat, and there would be terrifying consequences if modern weapons were ever used.
There are approximately 27,000 nuclear weapons in the world. They are distributed among land, sea, and air, making the entire world tremble in fear at the capabilities of these. Most countries want to have one to show power, but all of them fear them. If these weapons have the power to destroy entire cities and are one of the most probable causes of human extinction, why are they legal? Today we're joined by Gerardo Olivares and your host Emiliano Zorrilla.
So hi, I'm Gerardo Olivares. First of all, atomic explosions are caused by the split of an atom that releases a huge amount of energy which collide with another atom, causing an exponential chain reaction. We call it fission. There are two types of nuclear weapons. First, there are the atomic bombs, which are known as A-bombs or fission bombs. These produce the explosion entirely through nuclear fission reaction. Then there are hydrogen bombs, which also known as H-bombs, thermonuclear bombs or fusion bombs. They produce their energy through nuclear fusion reaction and can be 1,000 times more powerful than fission bombs. They compress and heat fusion fuel by using fission energy in a process similar to the sun.
So the most important part is who has them. Only some countries in non-proliferation treaty can actually own nuclear weapons because they had them before the treaty began. These are the United States, Russia, France, UK, and China. But Israel, India, Pakistan, North Korea, and Iran are either confirmed or suspect to have nuclear weapons.
The question now is, should nuclear weapons be banned? I believe they should be banned because they are a constant threat of wars towards the world, where it all becomes down by countries believe they need them. This is where philosophy comes into play. Nuclear weapons have not always been present in history. Before Hiroshima and Nagasaki, humanity did not know the existence of nuclear weapons, thus they entrusted to an opinion and asked what they feared would put an end to humanity. Obviously, none of them answered nuclear weapons or nuclear war. Yet in 2014, in a study done by Roper Center, 35% of the people that answered the question, which of the following do you most fear will put an end to humanity, the most repeated answers were the following: nuclear war, 35%, deadly virus with 23%, rapture with 15%, global warming with 15%, and finally, asteroid hitting Earth, 8%. This becomes to show that nuclear weapons have added a considerable amount of stress whenever they talk of an impending war, which is very frequent.
Yet, you're not considering the fact that there is an important physiological war being fought between the countries that do have nuclear weapons. This is called arms race. Why did the wars occur all the time before? Why don't they occur now? Because before, countries did not have as much to lose as they do now. If they start a war in the medieval times, they would lose a couple of thousand soldiers and not much more, since they could only cause so much destruction, and they were very common and a constant fear. As time went by and the humans had more destructive weapons in hand, wars went on a constant decline. And since the United States detonated these atomic bombs in Japan, wars have not happened at all. This is because of the power the atomic bombs had on the arms race. Nobody wants to mess with a country with atomic bombs because they could erase them from the face of the earth.
You're absolutely right, Emiliano, but I think we both agree that impending human doom far outweighs the benefits that the arms race plays in wars, since there are also other factors that come into play when talking about the recent lack of wars between countries, such as the establishment of the United Nations, less need for the resources of the countries where you can trade them, lack of religious bias, government, etc.
I have to agree with you, Gerardo. The need for nuclear weapons is gone, since there are easier ways to deal with problems that have the countries to fight it out. So, physiologically speaking, nuclear weapons are not necessarily are not a necessity of the countries. For a need of power, the arms race is nothing but a necessary way for countries to show they have a bigger snowball, as if two children were snowball fighting. With which they can talk out of their problems instead. This is why nuclear weapons are not necessary and should not be important when discussing the security of a country.
So thanks for hearing us today. Have a nice day.